Hey, looks like another YouTuber got a contract on Capitol Hill. I guess they watch on YouTube how to install sidewalks and shit like that. And then they fucking get a job here and install stuff at Capitol Hill, around the White House, and quite actually all of Washington, D.C. And so in addition to scientists being able to create fake stone with plastic composite products that break apart, see, this building was made out of actual stone. That shit's not gonna break apart, and it hasn't for a long time. They just did all this new Corona stuff where they installed all this shit that's not actually stone. And think about this, scientists know how to do the same thing with metal, with wires, with the wires contained in plastic, the plastic. How about paint? Have you had your stuff painted here in Washington, D.C. professionally, and it's metal? Metal is supposed to be painted professionally with electrostatic painting, which is very expensive. If you didn't get your metal painted that way, well, it's gonna come off very quickly. If someone was hired and said they did electrostatic painting and they didn't use a lot of extra equipment, it's a specialized process. Let's look at some of this stuff. Hey, and if when I'm up here making these videos, anybody's giggling about the broken products or saying that these contractors and these people should have their nuts put in a vice or their titties or be put in fucking prison, it's because they don't pay taxes and they walk around free with free US dollars and probably diplomatic immunity with their families. They don't pay for it, but everybody who works their ass off and sweats to the bone, we pay for it. And all of this stuff will have to be replaced now. It'll all have to be replaced. And they're making buildings out of this shit. They're making buildings out of this stuff, and it starts to decompose and you go, what the hell is this? And yet they're still getting the contracts, they're still setting it up, and there's still a bunch of dumb rich people that pretend to be poor in DC laughing at me doing this. How about the soldiers who fucking lose their lives to pay taxes to pay for this shit? How about the police officers who y'all actors and actresses laugh at, you thespians, you Shakespeareans? You think these soldiers and these people with guns give a fuck if y'all get a paper cut or if you can't take a vacation or eat sushi and steak every day on their fucking dime while they fucking risk their lives up here and worldwide in the fucking war zones and all this other weird shit? Bunch of dumbass fucking assholes. Fuck them. And you know what I'm for? I'm for not wasting a bunch of money and wasting a bunch of labor. People could die installing this stuff, lose fingers. And yet they're told to do it anyways? Give me a fucking break. There's a lot of stuff in Washington, D.C. that's supposed to be made of stone or granite, but it's some sort of a plastic composite styrofoam shit. Any actual person who builds, does construction, masonry, bricklaying, any kind of professional journeyman or tradesman would know that this is all subpar. And when you look at the fact that a lot of the sidewalks and new construction in DC are just straight up broken and falling apart, you can build products with half-lives where they degrade after about half of their lifetime or whatever. They just degrade and they break. There's bricks here broken. And I mean bricks that are turning to powder. These grates. You got sewers falling in Washington, D.C. And you got a bunch of weird people who seem to basically represent, I guess, trapped prison homosexual rape mentality. Trapped prison homosexual rape mentality. And that leads to the buying and selling of human beings, the raping and drugging of children, and creating lots and lots and lots, millions of babies worldwide with sperm and eggs that were bought using the United States dollar. And then they use the United States dollar and still do to pay women to have babies. And then if they don't want to have the babies, they try and have them when you can't have babies anymore, sterilized. And then they try to make them nannies or sex workers, or if they don't get sterilized, turn them into milkmaids and wet nurses. All from Washington, D.C. and the United States dollar worldwide in the year 2025, today on April 14th. Let me show you around the city. You'll see what I'm talking about. Hey, let me remind you, these degrading building products are not at Walmart. This is the Supreme Court. This is Capitol Hill. This is Washington, D.C. The fucking place where we can save the world from. Literally, this is the only country that has this mechanism right now, ever, in known fucking everything. And they're fucking purposely fucking this place up so it has to be rebuilt one more time. Who's they? Who signed the contracts? When you mix concrete, you have to mix it at a certain temperature. Ask a building engineer, ask a construction engineer, ask an inspector. Is this stone or is it composite? And if it's just chipping and breaking away, it's composite, not true stone. And I bet y'all paid for real stone here. Who did the contracts? Who signed them and who did the work? Again, this is the U.S. Capitol. Fresh construction, fresh broken, not installed. That building hasn't broken in a long time. Why is this broken in months? Hey, if you didn't watch this get built, you'd think it was built 10 or 15 years ago. This was just finished less than a year ago. They didn't even put fill dirt in there. They put in fill sand, mind you, not fill dirt, and then they put in shamrocks, not grass. They're hiding their fucking mistakes. Someone who's in charge needs to look at this, because it's going to have to be rebuilt way, way sooner than later. There's gaps in all this stuff. Whoever the inspector was should go to prison. Whoever the contractors were should go to prison. And whoever the workers were who mocked the people of Capitol Hill and the soldiers and the officers and the laws of this country and the United States dollar that controls everything worldwide, they should go to prison as well. And everyone who pays taxes is paying for this to be broken in Washington, D.C. when it's installed. And I'm the bad one? Y'all need to check your fucking respect. Check your fucking respect. Dirt should be here, not sand. Fill sand. What, are they having a fucking beach party? You don't put in sand. You put in fill dirt. This is a journey into sound, an adventure that will bring to you new sights, new sounds, and hey, not Eric B. and Rakim, although I've been listening to them since the 80s. And I don't have a plate of fish or a way to make my wish with the records I played to get money made. Sorry. Enjoy the video. What do you call a bunch of unnecessary snitches in the community? Your neighbors who pretend to be all kinds of things. Here's some examples. Here, these two guys, for instance, are chess players. And some people are artists or fake news crews. Guess what? I'm fucking straight up nuts. I'm going to the courthouse right now to see my pretrial services officer and urinate in a cup. I smoke medical cannabis. Somehow, when I was in court the other day, it came back negative that I smoked cannabis. That's kind of funny. I have a medical card. Watch this. There's a bunch of fake media people running around the world right now who probably should be caught up and questioned and get their IDs checked and make sure they don't have more than 1 or 2 international IDs. And if they do, detain them, give them at least 6 months. Fuck that Fairfax County 4, give them 6 months and give them 3 months in isolation. No. Give them 3 months in the psych ward, not 2 months. Give them 93 days in the psych ward, not 62 days. And then give them the rest of the time in general population. If they can't take it, kill them. And hey, you don't really have to ask me about it. Ask the architect of the Capitol or architects of the Capitol. They're the ones. They're the ones who would know not to do what they're doing. And they're the ones who'd be doing it because they're the ones who do the grounds. It's kind of like when you're in jail and you have a complaint and the police go, sorry, we don't control that. County controls it. So Congress isn't the one signing off on all this dumb shit up here on Capitol Hill. It's the architect of the Capitol. Get it? Architects of the Capitol. They're the ones who know where all the things are that's going on here because they're the architects of the Capitol. And in Freemasonry, you got the architects way, way up here in society that architect everything. Get it? Maybe you don't get it. And that's why you're not here and you have no part in any of fixing the world. So just keep paying your taxes for a broken society and a broken government and do nothing about it. Take your meds, get drunk, and feed your fucking children to the evil monster that did things like, well, found slavery, founded South Africa, they founded Israel. They just did Myanmar, which is basically changing the name from Burma to Myanmar on the paperwork and the maps. They did Cuba, Madagascar, and all those fucked up Epstein Islands and all the other islands. They did all that. And guess what? Who cares? I do. And I'm banking on the fact that lots of people care if they actually knew.